Good morning, dear students. Welcome back. This video is for the students of class 7, subject mathematics. This is lecture number 2 of chapter number 7, congruence of triangles. And in this lecture, we will discuss 3 more congruence rules in triangle. And that are, first one is ASA congruence rule. That is angle side angle congruence rule. Second one is SAS, means side angle side congruence rule. And the third one we will discuss today is RHS congruence rule. It stands for right, hypotenuse and side. Okay. So in the previous lecture we have learned about the meaning of congruence, and then we have learned the very first rule of congruence, that is SSS congruence rule. What that rule says, it states that I am talking about SSS congruence rule. Okay, it states that whenever 3 sides of one triangle are equal to 3 sides of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Okay, it means they will completely overlap each other. So from today's lecture, we are going to start with our second congruence rule, that is ASA congruence rule. First we will discuss SAS congruence rule, and after that we will discuss ASA congruence rule. So first we will start with SAS congruence rule. It stands for side angle side. So SAS congruence rule, it stands for side angle side. Okay, what this rule states, it states that whenever two sides, we have given two sides, whenever two sides and the angle, okay, one angle they are talking about, and the angle included, this word I will explain what is the meaning of this. Whenever two sides and the angle included between them of a triangle are equal to two corresponding sides and the included angle between them of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. This statement says that whenever, if in a triangle, suppose this is a triangle ABC and there are two triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Let us say the length of AB is 5 cm and here the length of QR is 5 cm, and take this as 4 cm, okay, and this as 4 cm. Okay, now first I will discuss about the sides. These two sides of this triangle ABC are equal to these two sides of a triangle PQR. Okay, these two sides are equal. Now come about the angle. Okay, included angle, the statement is saying, so in this triangle the included angle is this, because this angle is bounded by the two given sides. Okay, included angle means the angle must be included means bounded. Okay, bounded between the two equal sides, two sides. Okay, it means whenever, so here angle B is bounded with AB, side AB and BC. Now now the same concept I will apply in this triangle PQR. We have QR as 5 cm and PR is 4 cm. So the angle between them, that is the included angle. This is written included angle. So here the included angle is angle R. Okay. So whenever in two triangles, two side and one included angle are equal to two sides and one included angle between them, if they are equal, then we can say that triangles are congruent. Okay, let it be 45 degree and this is also 45 degree. So we can say that the triangles are congruent as two sides and the angle between them, and here also two sides and the angle between them are equal to each other. This 5 cm is equal to this 5 cm. It means this side AB is equal to this side QR. this side BC is equal to side PR, and this included angle means the angle must be bounded by the two given sides. Okay, that is angle B here. So angle B is equal to angle R. It means the triangles are congruent by SAS rule. Okay, SAS rule means two sides and the angle between the sides, that is known as included angle. Okay, now if I have to write the name of these triangles in symbolic form, so how I will write? So these are the two triangles, the congruent triangles. How I will write the name? So first I will write the name of any one triangle in any of the way. So let it be triangle ABC. Okay, so corresponding to this, how I will write the name? As they are congruent, because two sides and one included angle are equal, so is congruent to. Now I will write the name according to this. Now I write the name of triangle PQR according to symbolic form. Now whenever the angle is given, here one angle is equal, so I will first fix the position of that angle. Here the angle is at vertex P, okay, and here the angle is at vertex R. So corresponding to the given angle, that is on vertex B, and this is on second position, so I will write on second position corresponding to this angle, I will write the equal angle of another triangle. So in place of B, that is second, I will write the name, I will write the vertex R. Okay, because it is at second place and B is equal to R, so there must be R at second position. Okay, now come to the side. So first one vertex is fixed, that is the middle position, and that is of angle, because two angles are given. Okay, now I will take AB, first two side. Okay, sorry, first side, that is AB. AB, here it is 5 centimeter, and in this triangle AB is equal to QR. Okay, so at first and second position we must have QR. R is already at second, so Q must be at first. Now the remaining third vertex is P. Now this is in symbolic form. You can check it. So BC is 4 centimeter. So BC is at second and third. I will check the second one also. BC is equal to PR, or you can say RP. So corresponding to BC, that is on second and third, we have RP. It means this symbolic form is correct. Okay, whenever the angles is given, whenever angles are given, you have to fix that. Okay, so this is your SAS congruence rule. Again I am repeating, if in any two triangles, two sides and one included angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and one included angle of another triangle, then we can say that triangles are congruent by SAS rule. Remember, the angle must be included. Okay, so this is SAS rule, and the symbolic form I have explained. First you have to fix the position of the angles, equal angles. Okay, so this is your SAS rule. Now based on this SAS rule, let us do one example that is given on page number 143, and this is example number 5. Okay, so let us do this in this figure 7.23. So this is the diagram given. AB is equal to AC. We have given that this AB is equal to AC. Okay, these two are given. AD is the bisector. Bisector means AD is dividing this bisector of angle. Okay, this AD is dividing angle BAC in two equal parts. So where is BAC? BAC, and this AD is bisecting this angle. It means if I am giving name this as angle 1 and this angle as angle 2, it means these two angles are given according to this statement, that AD is the bisector of angle BAC. This is the meaning that AD is dividing this complete angle in two equal parts. Okay, this is given. Now first part is state three pairs of equal parts in triangle ADB, this triangle and this triangle. These two we have given. Okay, we have to state three equal parts. So two parts are already given, that is angle, that is this side is equal to this side. Okay, first part. So this side is equal to this side. So this is first part, and parts includes the angles and side. It may be angle or it may be side. So we have done with first side, this part is equal to this part. Okay, this angle is equal to this. This is also given because this is given according to this statement that AD is the bisector of angle BAC. It means this angle is 1 is equal to angle 2 and AD is common in both the triangles. So this is also equal parts and the common things are always equal. So let us discuss the solution. So the three equal parts are as follows. AB is equal to AC. This I have explained. This is already given in the question. Angle BAD, that is angle BAD, I have given the name, that is angle 1 is equal to angle CAD. I have given the name 2. Okay. So this they have written the reason also that this is given that AD bisect angle BAC. Okay. And third part is AD is equal to AD, that is common. So we have three parts, three equal parts in both the triangles. Okay. So this we have answered. Now come to second part. They are asking, is triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ADC? Give reasons. So they are asking, is this triangle, that is triangle ADB, is congruent to this? We have the angles equal in this condition, this triangle. Okay. So now which congruence rule you can apply? Here we have given angle. Okay. This angle, one angle and two sides. In equal parts, we have proved that we have given two equal sides and one included angle. So which rule is here? That is yes. So you will write yes, they are congruent by which rule? By SAS congruence rule. Because in this equal parts, we have two equal sides and one equal included angle. So by congruence rule, which rule? By SAS congruence rule. Okay. So this is second part. Now they are asking, is angle B is equal to C? So this is angle B and this is C. Are they equal? Yes, they are equal because they are the parts of congruent triangles and they are congruent. We have proved in second part. We have proved that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ADC. This we have proved by which rule? By SAS congruence rule. And these are the parts. Angle B and angle C are the parts of the congruent triangles. So yes, they are equal. Reason what you will write? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Because we have proved the triangles to be congruent. So they are the corresponding parts. Okay. So they are equal. So we have answered all these parts. So this is question based on SAS rule. So students, this is page number 144 of your NCERT book, and I am taking the questions that are given in try these. I am taking try these questions. So first two questions you have to do yourself. Question number 3. In these figures, measure of some parts of the triangles are indicated. It means they are given. We have to apply SAS congruence rule. State the pairs of congruent triangles. Okay, first you have to write the pairs of equal parts. Okay, and in case of congruent triangle, we have to write the name in symbolic form. So first we have to apply SAS rule if the triangles are congruent. So let us take this first part. This side is equal to this. Okay. And this side is equal to this. Two sides are equal. Now come to the angle. Are they equal? No, they are not equal. So we can write these triangles are not congruent. Okay, let us consider this. ABC, this is one triangle and this is second triangle. Here, two sides. This is equal to this and this is equal to this. Two sides are equal and this angle is included between these two sides. Included means bounded between two given sides. Okay, and this is also included. So, and this is equal to this. So, they are congruent. And they are congruent by which rule? By SAS rule. You have to mention the equal parts also. And then we have to write the name in symbolic form. Okay. So, let us write the name in symbolic form. So, I am writing writing any name. The name of triangle ABC in any order. So, let it be BAC. Randomly, I have written this. BAC is congruent to. Now, second one I have to write. First, whenever the angles are given, equal angles are given, I will fix that position. So here angle is at C. So C is at third position and here angle is at vertex P. So P must be on third position. Okay, so okay, so P must be at the end. Okay, now come to the side. I will take BC. Okay, BC, or you can take AC also. AC I am taking. Okay, AC is at second and third. AC is at second and third. So there must be AC is equal to what? AC is equal to PR. Okay, so there must be P and R at second and third. Okay, so here at third we have P, so R must be at second position because we can't change the position of angles. Okay, so P is already fixed. Now I will write corresponding to AC we have side equal side as PR. P is already fixed, so at second and third we have RP. So which one is left? Vertex Q is left. So this is the symbolic form. Okay, now I hope it is clear. Now question number 4, this you have to do yourself. Okay, just I am giving you the hint. These two triangles you have to prove to be congruent. This side is equal to this and this side is equal to this, and these are vertically opposite. So you will get SAS. You can apply SAS congruence rule. Okay, these are equal by vertically opposite angles, because we know that whenever two lines intersect, their vertically opposite angles are always equal. So this you have to do. Now I am coming to the next congruence rule. So third rule we are having is ASA congruence rule. We have learned about two rules. Okay, first we have learned SSS congruence rule, then we have learned about SAS. Now the third one is ASA. It stands for angle side angle. Okay, angle side angle, and the statement of this rule is given on page number 144 of your NCERT. Here I am not writing, I am just explaining. This statement is given on page number 144. You can read it. Okay, just I am explaining the meaning of that statement. It states that two angles, because here we are having two angles and one included side of one triangle are equal to two corresponding angles and the included side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So if in two triangles, if we are having two triangles, let they may be triangle ABC and triangle PQR, and let it be 40 degree. This angle is 40 degree, and take this angle as 40 degree. Okay, now let it be 70 degree. Okay, and here I am taking this as 70 degree, and this be 5 centimeter, and this is also 5 centimeter. Okay, here I am just explaining. I have two triangles, the measurements are indicated. In this, angle A is 70 and angle C is 40 degree, and in this triangle we have angle R is 70 degree and angle Q is 40 degree. Okay, and these two sides are given. Now ASA congruence rule. A angle, two angles and the included side. Here the side must be included. That is, included means the side must be bounded with the two given angles. These are the angles. These are angles on vertex A and C. So the side must be AC, because at both the vertex we have the angle, so included side is AC. In this example also we have Q and R. We have angles on vertex Q and R, so side must be QR. Okay, so that is the included side. Now in this triangle, two angles, that is angle A is equal to angle R and angle C is equal to angle R. Two angles and one corresponding sides, one included side are equal. In this triangle, that is triangle ABC, two angles and one included side are equal to two angles and one included side of triangle PQR. The condition is satisfying. That is the condition of ASA congruence rule. It means these triangles are congruent by ASA rule. Okay, if the side, let the side be here. Are they congruent now? No, they are not congruent because the side is not included. Not included between the equal angles. Equal angles are these. However, two angles are equal, but the side is not included. So here they are not congruent. Okay, they are not congruent by ASA rule. So let it be here. Okay, this is 5 centimeter. Now they are congruent. I will explain how you will write the symbolic form. So let it be any name you can give. Any way you can write CAB. Now this is congruent to what? This is congruent to triangle PQR, but we have to write the name in symbolic form. So first I will fix the position of angles. Angle C, that is 40 degree, is equal to angle Q. So at place of C there we must have angle Q. So here in this we have C at first position. So corresponding to this we must have angle Q, because C is equal to Q, so their position must be same. Now second angle, this is angle A, and it is at this 70 degrees at vertex A and 70 is at R here. So in place of A we must have R, because A is equal to R. Now which vertex is left? So P. This is the symbolic form. Okay, I hope it is clear. ASA congruence rule states that whenever two angles and one included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and included sides of another triangles, then the triangles are said to be congruent. I have explained the symbolic form also. Now let us discuss one question related to the concept, that is ASA congruence rule. So I am taking question number 5 given on page number 146. They are on page number 146 of try these questions. Okay. So I am taking question number 5. In this figure, that is figure 7.28, ray AZ, this is the ray, bisects angle DAB. It means this ray will divide angle DAB. This is angle in two equal parts. Bisect means two equal parts. It means this angle is equal to this, and it is also bisecting angle DCB. Where is DCB? Here it is DCB. So this is equal to this. I hope this statement is clear to you. Ray AZ, it means this ray bisect this angle also and this. It means this angle is equal to this and this is equal to this. Now you have first part is you have to state three equal pairs. You have to write each and every pair. You have to write the same way I have explained in lecture number 1. You have to write these questions in the same way as I have explained in lecture number 1. Okay, examples are also given. Complete solution you have to do. So you have to first state three equal pairs. So angle 1 is equal to angle 2 given. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. It is also given. And AC is common, because AC is coming in this triangle also and this also. So they are common. So we have given the three equal parts. Now are they congruent? Yes, they are congruent, because two angles and one side. So which rule you can apply? ASA congruence rule. And the side is also bounded. You can check this. Is AB is equal to AD? AB is equal to AD. Yes, they are by CPCT, because they are the parts of congruent triangle. We have proved the triangles to be congruent. Is CD is equal to CB? Yes, they are also the parts of congruent triangles. Okay, so this is your second rule. Now come to the third one, that is right hypotenuse angle congruence rule. So fourth rule that we are going to learn is RHS congruence rule. This is the last one by which you can prove the triangles to be congruent. R stands for right angle. H stands for hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, the side opposite to 90 degree in a right angle triangle, that is known as hypotenuse. And S stands for side. Okay, it means this rule you can apply only in a right angled triangle. Okay, if and what this states, if in two right angle triangles, suppose this is a right angle triangle, let it be, and take this as a right angled triangle, this is also 90 degree. Okay, these are two right angle triangles, say it be PABC, and this is MNP. Okay, these are two right angle triangles. Here this angle is 90 and here this angle is 90, and I am saying this side is equal to this and this side is equal to this. I have marked two lines in between this. It means this two marked line and these two, this side is equal to this. Okay, and this side is equal to this. Now I can say that the triangles are congruent by RHS rule, because in both the triangles there is a 90 degree. Both the triangles have 90 degree. Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse means the side which is opposite to 90 degree. So here AC is the hypotenuse. So AC is also equal to MP. This is also given. Okay, I have marked this one mark. Okay, so it means these two sides are equal. So hypotenuse is also equal, and any side other than hypotenuse. So this may be equal to this also and this also. Here it is given that these two are equal. So these are equal. So by RHS congruence rule, we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle this one. Okay, now the symbolic form. So let it be triangle. You can write any name. You can give any name. Okay, in any way you can write the name of this triangle. So let it be triangle ABC is congruent to triangle. Now again one angle is given. So first fix the position of angle. So here it is angle B 90 degree. So at second position, because B is present at second, so at second we must have N, because both the angles are equal. So N is at second position. This is second position I have placed. Now which side? Let it be, I am taking AB. AB is equal to which side? AB is equal to MN. Okay, AB is equal to MN. So N is already there, and so there must be M at first position, and which one is left? P. So this is the symbolic form. Okay, so this congruence rule that is given on page number 146, the statement is given. So I am just explaining what this means. Okay, if under a correspondence the hypotenuse and one side of a right angled triangle are respectively equal to hypotenuse and one side, this is hypotenuse, one side, and hypotenuse and one side of another right angled triangle, then we can say the triangles are congruent. RHS is only you can apply in a right angled triangle, because whenever 90 degree angle is present, the angle is known to be a right angled triangle. So there must be a 90 degree angle, hypotenuse must be equal, and side must be one side. Okay, it may be base or perpendicular, any one side is equal to any other side of another triangle. So this is your RHS rule. Now let us discuss questions on RHS rule. So students, based on RHS rule, I am explaining. Try these questions. That is on page number 148, and this is question number 3. The diagram is given, and the question is, in the given figure, BD and CE are altitudes. Altitude means that makes 90 degree on the opposite side of a triangle. Okay, altitude means that makes 90 degree. So BD and CE, this is BD and this is CE, they are altitudes. So they will form 90 degree, and BD is also equal to CE. These are given. Where is BD? And this altitude. It means this BD is equal to this complete is equal to CE. This is CE. Okay, these two complete sides are equal. First part is state three pairs of equal parts in triangle CBD. This triangle CBD, this triangle, okay, and triangle BCE, so this is BCE. Okay, these two triangles are given. We have to prove three equal parts. As we can see that BC is common in both the sides. Okay, BC is coming in this triangle also. That is in triangle BCBD, and BC is also coming in BCE. You can check the name also, BC and BC. They both are equal. So this is common. So first part we observe the first part. Now come to the second. This triangle, in this triangle which I have drawn with red color, this here in this angle E is 90 degree, and in this triangle which is drawn with blue color, BDC, this angle is 90. So one more part we have found. Okay, so this is also equal, right angle, and opposite to 90, we have BC hypotenuse and opposite to this 90. In triangle BDC, we have BC as hypotenuse. It means hypotenuse is equal in both the triangles and they are common. They are equal because they are common. So we have find hypotenuse equal and there is 90 degree, and this side BD of triangle BDC is equal to EC of triangle EBC. They are also equal. So we have observe the three equal parts. So first we have, this is the solution, that angle E is equal to angle D. This is given because both are making 90 degree, and BC is equal to BC. Why they are equal? I am writing the equal parts in both the triangles because they are common, and that is a hypotenuse. Okay, hypotenuse of both the triangles. And this BD is equal to this EC. Okay, this EC, because it is also given. So we have found three equal parts. Okay, this is first part. Now come to second part. Second part, they are asking, are the triangles congruent? Are these two triangles, triangle CBD and triangle BC, are they congruent? Yes, they are congruent because their 90 degrees present, and hypotenuse, that is, this is the hypotenuse of both the triangles, that is BC, and one side are equal. So by RHS congruence rule, they are congruent. Okay, completely you have to write. Now third part, are the triangles DCB. DCB is equal to triangle EBC. Yes, because they are the parts of, are the triangles DCB, this triangle, and triangle, angle they are asking. Angle DCB, this angle, and EBC, this angle. Are they equal? Yes, they are equal because this angle, complete angle, is the part of this triangle, and this angle, this is the part of this triangle. So, and they are congruent, we have proved. So they are equal by CPCT, corresponding part of congruent triangles. Okay, so this is your RHS rule. Now students, first you have to revise all the rules that I have explained. That includes SSS congruence rule, SAS, then ASA, and RHS. We have 4 rules for proving the triangles to be congruent. You have to revise them, and in each rule the questions are of same type. In every question they are asking first the 3 equal parts, and then they are asking, are the triangles congruent? Okay, so just for writing purpose, how to attempt the questions, just you have to understand how I have written the solutions. Okay, first you have to give the 3 equal parts, then you have to write the congruence rule, and most probably the third part you can write CPCT, because in every question they are asking, are they equal? Yes, they are equal by corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Okay, not 100% but 90%. The reasons are same. Okay, now the chapter is completed. Come to the homework. So students, your homework is, you have to do exercise 7.2 in book. Okay, only short questions are there in exercise 7.2, so you have to do in book only. Okay, and then try these questions. That first you have to do given on page number 145. Question number 4 you have to do. Page number 146, try these. Question number 5. And on page number 148 you have to do question number 3 and 4 in your homework notebook. Okay, these questions you have to do in your homework notebook, and you have to revise all the rules, all the congruent rules for triangles. Okay, so this is all about lecture number 2. Thank you so much.